The movie turned out pretty good. They ended up getting the bill enacted and stuff.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey.
Yeah, I know that's in there.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready?
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13.
Let's go, Pete.
From the gun, Winston. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
I gotta finish reading that Bible today.
Okay. You gonna start it right now?
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Miles Sanders first carry of the game. And some room to maneuver. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
You talking about for the wedding?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's
23rd, but
end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try and at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. On 2nd and 9, Winston. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick-6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick-6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 1st and 10 is Connor.
Oh, come on, man.
Midfield stripe into
That's
Eagle territory.
a hit stick. Come on.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
On the draw, Connor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. Winston on 3rd and 2. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's going to let this one go deep. And it is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And he's got room.
Get him off me.
Taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. Wentz now on first down. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. This is Jackson on the quick throw from Wentz. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught at the 20. What a play that turns out to be, 36 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run with Sanders, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Wiggles free. A nice run there, 8 yards, moves him much closer to the goal line now for third down.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Miles Sanders with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go and try and put some pressure on the defense.
He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
On the ball.
Picked up by Nikel Roby-Coleman. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
It's a second down run with Sanders. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Good defense, good defense.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And he spins through. A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. They start with a give to counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll run here with counter, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Here's Ryan Quigley now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. He'll return it from the 6. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Okay.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which
Good play.
One that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Following the interception, Winston. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know, that was supposed to be you, fool. Come on, young man.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 50. Hey, 5-0, 5-0, 5-0. Easy, easy, easy. 5-0, 5-0, 5-0.
4th down, Winston. And that is going to be incomplete. Or it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And he'll go out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. It's a gain of 7, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. It's caught by Mike Evans. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Oh, no!
To the air and intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw, Winston. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. Check right 54. I'm trying to collect. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Green, 17. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? Let's go, let's go. Sonny. Here we go. Undercut. Wait. Let's go.
Now Winston looking deep downfield. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Attaboy, K-Von.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You just feel
Get off of me!
Across midfield down to the
Let me make it, Marcus.
Shit. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys. Be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Finding room at the 30. And all the way up to the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. On first down, Wentz. And now he'll tuck it and run. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Wentz, he'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Mike Evans, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Bro, that's the new addition. They were cold, son.
And he's He's able
That's
to
a
get
hit
across the
stick
20,
too. Stop
but
playing
not by
with
much
me.
as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston, complete to Washington.
There he is.
Good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Jameis to throw it. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Oh, a battle for him. And this will be caught. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 25 yards that time. From the gun, a give to counter. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Again, a run with counter. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Third and short yardage. Winston escaping the pressure right. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Jameis now on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Winston now to throw on first down. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Jameis Winston. His 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
A big loss here as he's taken down. T.J. Watt able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Wentz. He finds his target. It's Evans. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put him on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. On On second and very short. Wentz finding a safety valve here. That's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by James Bradbury. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. You talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Winston. Washington's got it. Well, they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays. Have the ball to move and run first down. Throwing, Winston. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Winston. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line. To throw is Winston. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As these guys are back within a single score. Rosas good with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Big play there. His first touchdown on the year. As they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Rosas to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
At the 37-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Right.
Shut up. Go.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Working from the gun. Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Wentz going to go on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Winston going for the deep ball. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Shit. Check it.
Another run here with Sanders. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Back to throw. Wentz. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Here's Sam Martin now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken around the 12. Not a big deal on that one, just your everyday 67-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Eagles. Oh, he's got a little daylight, and in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Hell of a game, bro.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 30. Hey, here we go. Even.
Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Washington. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Let's go. It's on the play. 54. Come on. Run that. Bang, 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 bang. 36, 36. Here we go.
Here's Winston. Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. But, Charles, a one-score game. Down to the end we went. They had one final play in that one-score game. We all knew what was coming. The Hail Mary, they just couldn't get it done.
Wasn't exactly complicated, was it? We all knew, as you said, and go long and see if we can find someone open. They didn't get it done. Someone's happy. Someone is not.
So for the Eagles, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Cleveland to take on the Browns. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
I need to get my young boy in now. Hell of a game. Hope y'all boys enjoyed. It's been real.